Hello everyone, I'm Beastalio14, and today I will share with you the top 10 list of data packs that I can find in March. Now I know that's kind of like a stigma against data packs, but some of them are really good, and I think it's time for me to showcase some of them. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so the first pack on the list is Battle Village and Pillage. This pack is basically an upgrade to the Village and Pillage update. The pack adds new guards, pillager types, weapons, and even new AIs to existing mobs. Seriously, this pack contains so many awesome features that it would be much better for you if you just check out the page itself. But for this video, I'll pick out some of the ones that I like the most. Firstly, there is now a whole set of new pillagers in the game that have amazing textures and abilities that makes combat a lot more fun. Secondly, different villager types now have different functions. For example, butchers will now kill animals occasionally, armorers will give villagers and pillagers resistance, and weaponsmith will now summon a weapon god. This makes villagers a lot more useful instead of simply just being tools to trade good stuff with. So yeah, overall it's a really nice data pack that is arguably better than a lot of mods. The next pack that we have is Queen Bee Expansion. This pack adds a new creature into the game called the Queen Bee. Now the Queen Bee is territorial and will release a cloud of anger if you get too close. If you decide to attack it, the queen will start attacking you with poison and the whole hive will attack you. There's not really much incentive for you to kill a queen bee, as there will just be another bee to simply take her place. This mod also adds a new item into the game called a Royal Jelly, which removes all negative effects. So yeah, it's a really nice vanilla plus data pack. Alright, the next pack that we have is Better Biomes. This pack aims to make vanilla biomes just a little bit better. For example, birch tree forests will now have a different color patterns, and beaches will now be filled with pickles and tropical trees. Overall, it's just a nice addition to have to make the world a little bit more vibrant. After that, we have Immersive Soundscapes. This pack overhauls many sound effects in Minecraft and adds in a lot of extra ones. I think this one doesn't need a lot of explaining, so I'll just let you guys listen to the sound effects. Alright, after that, we have Dungeons Now Loading. Now this data pack adds in tons of crazy structures with amazing details that generates automatically in the world. Each structure is filled with unique loots, monsters, and even a boss mob that is highlighted in white lines. The sheer quality of some of these structures is simply unparalleled. Frankly, this data pack is what got me into making this video in the first place. They also added some structures in the end in the latest updates, so yeah, very cool. Next up, we have Herobrine Boss Battle Data Pack. This pack adds Herobrine into the game that can be summoned using 8 gold blocks, 1 netherite block, 1 lit netherrack, 4 redstone torches, and 1 dragon head. What you need to do is to get on top of the bedrock level in the nether, set up the altar like so, and then throw the ender dragon head on top of the flames and run away as quickly as possible since the altar and the nearby surroundings will be destroyed. Now this is one of the hardest boss I've ever tried to beat, even counting the modded bosses. But at the same time, the unique abilities that Herobrine uses makes the fight really interesting. If you do manage to defeat Herobrine, he will drop his sword, which will allow you to freeze all nearby undead mobs at a cost of experience. So yeah, try it out and let me know how it goes. Coming up next is more bosses. This data pack adds 2 new bosses into the game that are really fun to fight. I'm sorry for adding too many boss data packs into this list, but they are just so good. For now, the More Bosses data pack adds 2 new bosses into the game called the King Slime and the Restless Soul. They can be summoned using items that can be crafted like so. But for the Restless Soul, you will need to collect souls through killing 20 wither skeletons and applying the mirror on a wither skeleton in order to summon the boss. These 2 bosses are really strong and their unique abilities makes fighting them very fun as well. I particularly like an item gained through defeating the Restless Soul, as it allows you to phase through space. So yeah, remember to try this one out too. So the next data pack is actually quite famous as it was featured in Captain Sparkle's video. But basically, this data pack adds a variation to zombie pigman called the Pig Boss. Now, this creature is hostile and attacking him will not make other pigmen aggressive. With that being said, this boss is difficult enough on its own. He has 3 attacking patterns with one of them able to break surrounding blocks, so don't bother trying to burrow yourself with blocks. The amazing thing about this pack is despite it being a custom mob, the texture and the animation of this mob is seriously better than most of the other data packs. It really shows how detailed and smooth the animations can be with data packs. After that, we have spawn animations. This pack adds a spawning animation for hostile mobs, which makes it look like they dig themselves out of the ground. I really like this feature as it makes mob spawning look a lot more natural. But I just wish that it would work with modded mobs as well. Alright, so the last pack that we have is Wandering Traitor. Now this pack simply makes it so that the Wandering Traitor that comes to your doorstep have a chance to actually be an evoker in disguise. It's a simple data pack, but it makes the game slightly more interesting and dynamic. Not to mention that the name of this pack is just genius. I mean, Wandering Traitor. I mean, who comes up with that? So yeah, that's the end of the video. What do you guys think of these data packs? Do you think these are just as good as mods? Comment below. Also, please let me know if you like seeing data packs being featured as well. Alright, that's it. Like, subscribe, blah blah blah. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.